Hello and welcome to Diclonius Gaming. My name is Aaron McMaster and this is Dawn of War 2 Retribution. This is the last major add-on pack for Dawn of War 2, and well, it doesn't really take much to play, to be honest. I'm playing as Space Marines, the Dark Angels. This is the Dark Angels DLC add-on pack. They get actually quite a bit of change in comparison to like the rest of the DLC skin packs. Like the commander, he gets the full-on head crest and the cape. The scouts get like a cape with white clad armor. Give this guy an iron halo when I get enough power. But yeah, the Marines are where the main things are. The Marines are what makes the entire this entire skin pack worth getting. If I get out some tactical Marines right now, you'll understand why. But yeah, my name is Aaron McMaster, and this well, this is our channel. This is our new channel. We're gonna be posting videos nearly at least once, well, between us, at least 2 every week, but each other once every week, maybe together. So yeah, this channel is mainly it's mainly towards people who game a lot, to be honest. If you don't game a lot, you can drop by. I'm not saying don't come here if you don't game, but if you do game, it's a good start. I mean, this channel is just starting out, and I'm just hoping to get people to subscribe, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, this is me. My name is DrivenFromHell on most things. Literally like nearly everything, even on Twitch. Calvin, which is the other person on this channel. His name is Dark Valkyrian. A little bit hard to spell if you don't know how to spell it. That's literally the only problem he has with that. But yeah. Well, let's continue playing Dawn of War 2, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the game as we do it. So, as you see, this game is, well, it's very much like, it's very much not like Dawn of War, the original game. Excuse me. It changed this entire game. It changed most of the game, to be honest. Like nearly the entirety of the game. There's no more buildings. Like there's one main building, but there's no more like buildings. The closest thing you get to building more buildings is generators, because generators, well, they give you power, and as you see down here, requisition and power, they don't go up very fast on this game, and that's because you don't get the massive armies like you did in Dawn of War. This is more of a smaller sided combat. So, like the actual realistic Warhammer size of combat. Which is not surprising, to be honest. I actually prefer this because I played Warhammer in real life, and this game, it relates back to the actual tabletop version because of the actual sizes and putting your units in cover, taking them out of cover, stuff like moving is a big thing. What war gear you'll give your commander is a big thing. Like, look at this. If you look down at here, this part here is all the crap you can give your commander. Like, literally, you can give him over the weapons. You can give him. You could leave him with his normal stuff, which just happens to be a bolt pistol and a chainsword. That's nice, but it's not needed. It's terrible. You just don't need it. It's useless. You could do more damage punching them. they give him a power sword and a plasma pistol. Now that's quite good, but the problem with that is he's still only got a handgun, and handguns do fuck. Like, they do nothing. Chainswords and storm shields. Now, here's the thing. Chainswords aren't the best melee weapon. I mean, it's better than a combat knife, or, well, I was going to say punching things would be better, but if you have a power fist, that's really not the case. But because he has the storm shield, this is a storm shield here. This is what Terminators should have. Now, because of this is a big chunky shield. This can absorb damage from anywhere in front of the commander. You also, just because of its sheer size, it makes allies in the near vicinity also take less damage because it's got a reactive shield on it. You have a Thunder Hammer, which is effective against infantry and has a chance to knock back, as it says in the description. But here's the thing. The Thunder Hammer is actually not meant to be an anti-infantry weapon. It's an anti-vehicle weapon. It's meant to be used for taking out tanks because it stuns them. And then there's the Power Fist, the heavy melee weapon. It says heavy melee weapon, but but it's not really a heavy melee weapon, I wouldn't say. It literally is. He gets a plasma pistol because it's not a two-handed weapon, and he gets basically a big fist. Now, I actually know I'm going to show you this one actually, because the power fists are fun. I like power fists like quite a bit. So I'm going to upgrade my fortress to number 2. I'm going to go to here and give him the power fist, but I can't upgrade this just yet. I need to wait until my fortress is done upgrading first. Also, I'm going to upgrade his armor. Now, to the armor, there's Artificer armor. Everyone knows, in Warhammer universe, Artificer armor is really overpowered. We're talking a 2+ armor save right there. That is ridiculous. And if you never played Warhammer before, basically this armor is as good as this armor, and this armor literally transforms. It permanently equips your force commander with highly resilient Terminator armor. Now, Terminator armor may sound, well, really good, and it is really good. The problem is with Terminator armor is it's rare and it's very ancient, because in the Warhammer universe, Space Marines may have all this technology, but in actual fact, Space Marines are actually really low down on the technology list in comparison to the other races. I mean, like, Space Marines don't even know how to make the weapons they hold or the armors they bear. They lost them all. They lost all the knowledge to make them. The only people that know how to make them are these people called Tech Marines, basically, or the Adeptus Mechanicus, as they're called in Warhammer. Now these people are like tech priests and tech marines that come from Mars, ironically. They don't live, like, they would come from Mars. I don't mean they're aliens, but they're humans, because obviously humanity's taken over Mars. And that's where they build all their big tanks and the big chunky things and everything. So yeah, there's a lot. They're the only ones that know how to make most things. Like, there's a massive tank by the Imperial Guard called the Baneblade. That apparently they can't even make much in terms of them anymore. They can make them, but they don't want to because they're just too hard to make. So yeah, Artificer armor, really good, and it doesn't need to be Terminator armor, because Terminator armor costs a lot, and it's ancient, while Artificer armor, while it's still ancient, it still costs a lot. It doesn't cost that much. Increases the health regeneration, and energy of the force commander. No, we'll give him this one and make him run faster. And out of all of the backpack items, you can give him a sacred standard. It increases nearby troops' weapon damage. And if the commander falls in battle, nearby troops will be even further inspired. Oh, that's nice. Teleporter packs. It grants teleportation. I'm not actually sure what this guy is doing. I'm just going to move him over here so he doesn't break. Now, Iron Halo, this is what I've equipped him with. It lets him equip a shield. Now, he can have that shield on all the time, as long as he has 100 energy. If he gets shot, that depletes his energy. Now, thing is, he also needs energy to do his abilities, like Flesh over Steel and, sprint. and Battle Cry. Now, Flesh Over Steel is fun. A powerful strike when the power fist temporarily immobilizes a vehicle. That's good. Sprint literally just increases movement speed, and it costs 25 energy. I do not see the point in that one. Battle Cry. It's self-explanatory. It's Battle Cry. Yeah. He screams, and nearby troops get inspired and do more damage, basically, for the duration of the effect. Now, this Iron Halo will stay toggled on as long as he doesn't run out of energy. And him getting attacked with the shield on drains his energy. So, yeah. Well, let's go find some enemies. This is a really easy AI, so I could show this to you. Apparently the easy AI on this game literally means it, because I haven't seen an enemy yet, or if I have, these scouts have taken pot shots on him and he's run away. So I'm going to go into here, deep in enemy territory with my commander, and in a multiplayer game you couldn't do this, you just couldn't run in here. You'd get blasted to hell. Or there'd be at least 1 or 2 people guarding each side, like there'd be 1 or 2 like squads just around here in the buildings. So look, there's the base right there, and there's the commander, literally just standing right there. Oh, I've been suppressed. Nice. This commander is going to die, as you can tell, because he has just ran straight in there. Or unless I click Z, actually. Oh, no, he's running away. He should make that back with the health he has. Unless he does something stupid and runs the wrong direction. I believe I just poked a bee's nest. Or at least... Ah, no, I didn't. What am I talking about? We're facing easy AI. I didn't even poke a bee's nest. I didn't get near poking a bee's nest. But if this was an actual game, I would have done this long ago. Oh, my scouts are dying. Oh no, run away, scouts. Scouts are dead. Yeah. As you can tell, in a real match this wouldn't happen because in general the AI just wouldn't do this. And I would have built more fucking reactors by now. Time to get my actual marines over here. Now these marines are brutal. Like, there's these are the space marines. 1,000 of them in each chapter, and brutal as all. Like literally brutal as fuck. Like they'll wreck you for fun. One is clad with a plasma gun. I want to give them all Kraken bolts for the duration of this, mean they do more damage. Get off my point, you crackhead. Yeah, this fight is funny because generally this is a Chaos Lord here. This is a Chaos Lord commander unit. He will get wrecked. Oh, ironically, talking about this, guess who just messaged me on Steam? No one than Mr. Volker. Mr. Volker messaged me on Steam. Brilliant. Now I'm going to show you Terminator armor, because Terminator armor is good. Terminator armor also gets their own. The Terminator commander gets his own weapons as well. Well, it doesn't. He gets Terminator weapons, but thing is, as you can tell, there's no Terminators in the entire down there. So where is the Terminators in this game then? Well, they're actually here. Now, these are deep strikes. These are special abilities that you can do. There's one called For the Emperor. Temporarily increases squad's range damage and grants melee resistance. 1 second while I jump over here and see who the fuck. Okay, well, you get over there and you fuck him up, okay? Good boy. Right. Now, you can also get a drop pod, which instantly reinforces nearby squads, which is okay, but it can't reinforce Terminators. Because Terminators are big and chunky and they wouldn't be able to fit in one of them. They're actually bulky units. Deep Strike Terminator Assault Squads. Now, there's Assault Terminators and there's normal Terminators. Now, Assault Terminators are basically immune to suppression, cannot fall back. The sight of Terminators killing other units inspires nearby troops, and also temporarily increases their combat effectiveness just by doing this. So they're good. They're melee only units. They wreck. Like literally, they come with thunder hammers and storm shields, and You can upgrade them to have power claws on each hand, and they just wreck in close combat. They will not. They are merciless. Deep Strike Terminator squads. Now, Deep Strike Terminator squads. These are all Terminator squads. They have the exact same abilities as these. Like, completely exact same abilities. You know, immune to suppression, can't fall back, inspires troops, increasing their combat effectiveness. They have all that, but they're not melee based. They're ranged based, and that's good because I prefer these Terminators, to be perfectly honest, because Terminators may be chunky and may be able to they may take a good number of hits, but at the same time, if you get assault Terminators that don't get the same amount of range as of the ranged ordnance that the normal Terminators can get, because well they just physically can't. They've all got melee weapons, and obviously to get ordnance it requires ranged weapons. But yeah, here's our little Terminator down here. Now he's not a Terminator, nor an assault Terminator. He's a commander Terminator. Now because he's a commander Terminator, he can't get every weapon, but he can get nearly every weapon. Like, there is 4 weapons Terminators can have overall. Well, 5 if you count, well, 6 if you count the weapons that he's already got. So he's got a Power Fist and a Storm Boulder. Now, I'm going to show you this before I upgrade him, because not any other unit in this entire game has a Storm Boulder, so you might as well go for it. Apart from other Terminators before you upgrade them. Normal Terminators. Now, he can also teleport, so there you go. He doesn't fire it very often, apparently. Anyway, go into melee, punch him. There we go. Keep meleeing them. Go on, keep meleeing them. Brutal. But yes, the 3 upgrades he can get are Lightning Claws, Heavy Flamer, and an Assault Cannon. Now, they're all effective against different things. And the other loadout he could have possibly got was a Thunder Hammer and a Storm Shield, but you don't really need that when you have Lightning Claws, because they're the better version of them anyway. Let's give him, for all old time's sake, some Lightning Claws. I'll buy him everything so you can just change through them. I can teleport up here and do this. He's just about to upgrade. There we go now, and he can wreck these guys because, well, yeah, he can wreck these guys. It's literally just a one-hit kill, but there's too many of them in one squad to kill them all at the same time. So you can capture this. Lightning Claws, they're good. They're really good. He can just wreck, basically, just by standing still. And ironically, he switched weapon because, well, I bought all the weapons, so yeah. This is the Heavy Flamer. This thing is brutal against any light infantry. Light infantry destroy. This light infantry will get murdered, like brutally murdered by not only this, but this. Like, this gun is the assault cannon. Let's put the lightning claws back on and we're gonna teleport away. There we go now. There's your Terminator. So he's in Terminator armor as well, ironically. He's actually in Terminator armor, but he's in Chaos Terminator armor. So, yeah. Come here, Chaos Lord. Come here. Is it because you know for a fact I've got a better melee weapon than you? This battle. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, Chaos Lord. Fucking running away from me. Fuck you, little cultists. Go out of the way, I'm gonna kill your Chaos Lord. I'm immune to suppression, bitch tits. Come on. Kill him. Wreck him. Actually hit him. Ah, killed him. Right, now time to escape. Oh, look at his health. He shouldn't be running. Right, because I've now got everything. Time to get out a Land Raider, a Predator, a Dreadnought. And I'll show you some of the other things you can get, because there is some interesting things in this game. There's a fair few interesting things. There's... My fortifications are under assault. Right. If you didn't know, these here are all put down... They're all special abilities. They're only accessible if you have Zeal, though. Zeal is the new currency in Dawn of War 2 that you use in multiplayer. Zeal is... it's almost like Rage. You gain it up by fighting, and only fighting. You can only get you can only get up this by fighting. Literally, I've tried standing around and waiting for it to regenerate. It just doesn't. So yes, Zeal can only be acquired during combat, and it all depends on how much how many enemies you have killed, basically. So if you kill more enemies, yeah, you get more Zeal. And the more Zeal you have, the more special attacks you can do. But special attacks don't just require Zeal, they also require money, most of them. The only ones that really don't is for the Emperor and Orbital Bombardment. And the last one is devastating. This is the biggest tank that the Imperial Astartes can get. The Space Marines can get. There's different versions of it as a whole, but this is the Redemption pattern version. Sorry, not Redemption, the Redeemer version. So yeah, the Redeemer version is it's pretty cool. It's got a multi-melter on top of it, twin-linked assault cannons on the front of it, and it's got on both sides 2 Hellfire cannons. Now, this wrecks. I'm not even getting close to showing how much this wrecks, but it wrecks. So there's the biggest tank. And here's for the other tank. There's the main battle tank for the Space Marines. The main battle tank for the Space Marines is called the Predator. The Predator is a nice battle tank. It's on a Rhino body. By a Rhino body, I mean there's a Rhino. There's a vehicle called a Rhino Transport, and it uses its body as its body, basically. And all the Predator really is a Rhino Transport with a cannon on it. Same with the Razorback, same with the Whirlwind. You know, all them tanks are all just Rhino conversions. If I send this in to go fight this, it's using main battle cannons with heavy bolters on the sides. Which I think is fine, personally. I don't mind that. But at the same time, I kind of do at the same time because, well, battle cannons are cool and all, but they're a bit naff. Because if you can give them this, then there's not much point. And you may be thinking, well, what is this? What is this you've just said? Well, when it's upgraded, you'll see. It's a nice twin barrel other version of it, I'd say. This thing is a Dreadnought. Dreadnoughts are big and chunky, and they're walkers. They're also walking tombs. These are dead Space Marines that got saved by their power armor and death, and only their mind and soul really exist anymore. So what's left of them is just a dead body in a very armored sarcophagus, and its mind and the guy's mind hooked up to this machine, and it's almost like having an iron body, an iron skin. But these can be upgraded because it's obviously mechanical. These can be upgraded with a variety of different things. So it can get its own assault cannon, it can get a multi-melder, and it can get Dark Age technology. So if we give it Dark Age technology, it gets improved melee and improved health. Well, if we give it, and also we can give it a multi-melder, which is an anti-vehicle ranged weapon, which just destroys like most things. These guys are Space Marines with an okay. These guys are Space Marines with a plasma cannon. Plasma cannons are devastating because there's plasma guns. Okay, that's nice. There's plasma guns altogether. The entire class of plasma guns. There's plasma pistols, plasma guns, and plasma like plasma shit. Sorry. There's all them, and there's also plasma cannons, and these are plasma cannons. They're big, they're chunky, they don't do a lot of damage to commanders, but if it was a large group of infantry, it would wreck him. Sadly, it damages our own structures because, you know, something that's big and explosive isn't the best thing to use around your own shit. This is a Razorback troop transport with a twin-linked heavy bolter on top of it. Obviously, in normal Warhammer, the heavy bolter can be switched out for a number of different things, like heavy flamers and las cannons and such. But other than that, it's not really such a magnificent thing, to be honest. I'm just going to send this at a Chaos Lord. Now I think I'm just gonna go over and destroy their base because this match is dragging on a lot and I don't really like that too much. So yes. So I'm gonna go and drag all of these guys over here. Just all of them. All the way over here. Oh, the game has froze. What is going on? Oh, there we go. But yes. Out of all the units I've talked about, there's one unit I haven't spoken about yet. And this is the Librarian. Now, the Librarian, he's awesome. He's brilliant. I love Librarians, but at the same time I prefer Chaplains, but for some reason there's none in this game. Librarians are basically, they're high-ranking Space Marines that are Psychers. They use power weapons. They use force weapons. This is not a power sword, this is a force sword. It's bigger, chunkier. It's not, in my opinion, it's not better than a power sword. But don't worry, he just got his own psychic hood there. But yeah, he just got loads of shit basically there. And he's about to get a force staff. There we go. There's a force staff, which is even better because it makes his psychic abilities even more awesome. Now, you must be wondering, what the fuck is a psychic ability? What is it? Just like normal psychic stuff? You know, telekinesis and such like that. Well, yeah, there's a few things that it can do. There's actually quite a few things that you can do. So if we get him over here, I can do this thing called Force Barrier and choose direction. He does this, and he can just create these force fields that make enemies get chucked back really far. And this actually goes on for further than you think. So yeah. There's also Smite. Now the range on this is enormous, but you can only do this on targeted troops. So I'm just going to fire, you can only do this at targeted troops like properly. I'm going to fire this at the floor, but there's not much point. I'm going to fire this at this rock formation over here. That would have wrecked a singular unit. There's also Quickening, which greatly increases the Librarian's speed and his resistance to incoming damage. Veil of Time, temporarily increases an ally's movement speed and remove all setup time from their heavy weapons. There's also Gate of Infinity, which lets me just go, High Force Commander, I need you at me now. And he just decides, oh, 1 minute, I need you at me. And then teleports him to him, which is brilliant. Great at getting rid of them pesky enemies near the librarian. Set the librarian somewhere and then just teleport all of the units in. And there we go. Finished. Victory. So yeah, I have been Aaron McMaster, and this has been Dawn of War. My name has been, my username is DrivenFromHell. Here upon Diclonius Gaming, we're going to have a lot more videos out there sometime in the future. Now, if you want to see some more Dawn of War 2, some more Battles of Dawn of War 2, or some Last Stand from Dawn of War 2, Retribution, I can even do some of the campaign, then say it please. I don't want to just guess. Also say what race as well, because I'm not just going to pick a random race. If I do, I'll end up picking Space Marines, because Space Marines are my race. I prefer Space Marines over any other. So yes, fuck Blood Ravens. Brass and Claws. Yeah. So yeah, basically, let's end this, because it's been great having you, and see you in the next video. Later, man.